Hey guys, Richard here, eBike Reviews and Adventures. Today we're going to take a look at this Hollywood rack Destination E. Hey guys, Richard here with eBike Reviews and Adventures. Today we're going to take a look at the Hollywood rack. Hey guys, Richard here with eBike Reviews and Adventures. Today I want to talk about the Hollywood rack Destination E. Now first, a big shout out to Hollywood Racks for sending this to me so I could kind of test it out, review it. And here's a little backstory about this. So recently I created a video just talking a little bit about the recall that took place with Hollywood Racks. And during that video, I misspoke and said something that wasn't quite accurate. So they reached out to me and said, hey Richard, we appreciate your video. Could you make this one correction? Because it's just a little bit inaccurate there. And so, I thought about it, and it was just easier just to take the video down completely because it was going to be too hard to try to edit over that error that I had made. So in the end, they said, well, hey, you know what? How about if we go ahead and send you one of these racks so you can test it out on your channel and make a fresh video? So I said, sure, why not? I mean, who's going to turn down a free rack, right? So big shout out to Hollywood Racks for sending this to me and giving me this opportunity to check it out. Now, I do owe Hollywood Racks a second apology, and that is because I've had this rack for just a little while now, and I haven't been able to get this video out. First, we had the garage renovations going on, and it arrived right before that, and so that took a while to kind of get things settled in here at the garage renovations and things we had going on. And then the holidays rolled in, and it was just kind of crazy busy. And guys, honestly, I've tried to record this video. This is the third time I've made this video. The first two videos, they just didn't turn out right, and I wasn't satisfied with the production quality, and I just scrapped it and said, I'll just do it again, which is what we do sometimes on this channel. But today, we're going to talk about it. Now, I'm not going to go through and show you all the little aspects of how to unfold it and how to load up a bike, and I did that in the first two videos, and I'm not going to do it a third time. But what I want to do is I want to tell you why I like this rack. I don't like this rack because they sent it to me. On this channel, I give honest reviews. I tell you the things I like, the things I don't like, and if I don't like a product, I just don't like it, and I'm going to tell you why. But here's the real story. I almost purchased this rack. Earlier in the year, I was contemplating about buying a rack, and this is the one I took a hard look at, and I considered it for a couple of months. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I've been using a motorcycle ramp to get stuff in and out of the back of my truck. And I needed more capacity. I needed to be able to haul more bikes because I sometimes had my kids going with me. And I just needed a rack to make it easier on me. So I kept looking at the Hollywood rack, and I considered it for several different reasons. One being it's lightweight. It's only 43 pounds, okay? 43 pounds means you can store it in your garage somewhere, easily pick it up, move it to be able to attach it to the hitch. You know, it doesn't get much easier than that. Some of these racks, they're just big and heavy, and you break your back trying to get it loaded. Not the case with the Destination E. Another thing that I really like about it is you don't need tools in order to, get this on and off the rack each time. You know, you've got your hitch pin, you lock it in place. You got a lever right down here that allows you to tighten up the anti-rattle device so it's nice and stiff, so it's not going to be bouncing around. You can lower it without any tools. You load up your bikes. You've got good straps here. You can get everything done without having to break out any wrenches, and that's important to me because, hey, time is money, and when you want to get out and do some riding, you want to focus on riding and not having to monkey with wrenches and stuff to get your rack all secure and tightened down on your vehicle. Now, the third thing that I really like about the Hollywood rack is that it comes with a ramp, okay? It's got a ramp that allows you to telescope it out, stick it on the end, so you can easily roll your heavy e-bikes up onto the rack. A lot of racks on the marketplace, they don't offer anything like that. And so you don't have any choice other than really to pick up your big old heavy e-bike and kind of set it down onto the trays in order to get it secured. So a ramp was important to me, and it should be important to you because those e-bikes can get really heavy. So I appreciate the fact that they included a ramp. Now the ramp does not attach to the rack, so it's just something you put in the back seat of your vehicle, or in my case, I leave it tucked away right here in the bed of the truck. All right, another thing that I really like is these locking frame clamps right here. They're nice and big, so it allows you to get a good grip on your bike when you need to secure it. But more importantly, it's got a built-in lock right here. You just insert a key, spin it, And then what happens is it prevents anyone from being able to loosen or tighten this clamp right here. So it adds a level of security, which is really important these days because e-bikes are expensive and people are looking for, you know, those free handouts to grab one at no cost. So I really like the fact that it's already got that built in. A lot of racks don't even have any type of security built in, and I appreciate that they thought of that. Plus, you know, some racks, they don't even give you a hitch pin, and yet Hollywood Racks gives you this hitch pin that is also locking, and the keys are matched. So that's another reason why I really like the Hollywood rack. The next great feature that I like about this rack is just how easy these straps operate right here. These are the straps that you stick around the wheel of your tire to help keep it secured so it doesn't bounce off, right? And look, you can do this one-handed. They're good quality straps, kind of like a heavy plasticky, rubbery kind of material, but you can grab it with one hand, you can stick it in, lock it down, cinch it down, or with one hand even, you can work it out just like that. And I like that because it just adds to the convenience of it. There are racks out there that, you know, they just give you like a rubber strap and you have to attach it to the frame, wrap it around your tire, and then attach it somewhere else again. And if you don't attach it well enough, then it slips off, falls off, it ends up on the road somewhere, you lose it forever. And these are attached. They're not going anywhere. They are part of the frame, and I really like that feature. So hey, those are just 5 of the reasons that I really like the Hollywood Rack Destination E, and I think it's a great e-bike rack for most people. Now, I mentioned to you that this is the one I almost purchased. This isn't the one that I purchased for my everyday use here, and that's because my use case is a little bit different than most people like yourself. This rack is rated to carry bikes that are up to 70 pounds on each tray. And what that does is it kind of limits you just a little bit if you have a larger e-bike. So if you have something that's heavier than that, it's not going to work for you. And in my case here in the garage, here at eBike Reviews, I have e-bikes that are much larger than that and much heavier than that. And I never know what bikes I'm going to get into the channel here and which ones I'm going to be reviewing, which ones I need to be transporting. So I needed a rack that was going to be a little more robust, and it was going to be able to accommodate, say, an e-bike up to 100 pounds. And so, unfortunately, that's why I ended up going with a different rack for my everyday use right here in the garage. But I tell you, it's a great rack for most people. So if you have an e-bike that is under 70 pounds or really close to that 70-pound mark, highly recommended because it's just a great rack all around. And even if you have an e-bike and it says, and you say maybe it's like 75 pounds or something, okay? One of the things you can do is take off the battery. You know, if you have a tool bag on there, maybe take off the tool bag just to lighten it up a little bit so you're not reaching that critical maximum weight limit right here, because you don't want to do that. You know, you don't want to be driving down the road with an overloaded rack. So pay close attention to that. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this little review of the Destination E, and one of the reasons, or 5 of the reasons, why I really like the rack and why I think you should consider it too. Hey, that's the joy of working from home. You get people walking by, you get people stopping to say hello. I get people stopping to just look at my bike sometimes, and you got people driving by, and it's kind of a bit of an interruption, but hey, that is life, and that's how we roll. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe, because I have a lot of great content, and I got content for everybody. Not all my content is the same. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So I will see you in another video real soon.